Hello and welcome back to Game of Thrones mod for Crusader Kings 2. Before we get into this war against against the King Beyond the Wall, there was another thing mentioned by somebody in the comments, which was that actually after Mr. Parquello here dies, his heir has no real claim to the Iron Throne apart from being related to Parquello. Parquello got it. I kind of forget how he got it, but I think it was he got it because Shireen or his son was I think his son died and it bounced back. I forget exactly how. We're gonna have to go and check this because it's annoying me. Okay, he got it because his son died and he inherited it there. So you can make an argument that actually his heir, who is Mero, who is one of his cousins, I think. There's no real connection there. I don't know. Something to think about, whether Jon would support that. I mean, the next question is, will he survive longer than Jon will? That's next. I don't know. It's close. Anyway, we don't need to worry about that. We need to go save the Night's Watch. We're also in this war for someone's claim on the rock. We don't really care about that, though. Yeah. We're only kind of in that war. We're not called in directly. Right, so let's raise up all of our men. There we go. Disband the ones in stupid places. There we go. Get rid of that one. These guys. We'll just disband all of that. There we go. And then we'll merge everyone else. I hate it when it does that. Especially as it changes my map mode every time. Right. You. Then select all of you. Now we can all go north. There we go. Everyone is moving. Cool. And that's about where we are. Yeah, there's not a lot more to say. We're really just about to take over the... we're about to save the wall, and that's about it. I no longer carry myself with that great heir authority, and people are starting to take less notice of what I say. We're no longer authoritative. Oh, interesting. I guess maybe it's because we're maimed. We are just maimed, aren't we? We're not a cripple. We're maimed. Yeah, so we will actually get an event about that soon, but... yeah, maybe it's that. We're no longer a great fighter. We're just kind of, we're seen as kind of done for. Anyway. One of your jailers has brought word from the cells. He says your captive, Sir Dickon Frey, was covertly set free during the night by a small band of men. In their desperate escape from the castle, one of them was captured. After questioning, they revealed that they were in the ploy of Cynthia Frey. Oh, okay. Fine. Not really a problem. We're really just keeping the Freys there out of spite, so... I'm not too worried that they're gone. I think it might be worth marching, because we're already taking 15% attrition, so it might just be worth going straight north, and then the rest of them can reinforce when they get there. Can we actually select all of these this time when I tell you to go north? Right, go north. All of you go to Craster's Keep. Well, formerly Craster's Keep. Whatever it's called now. I mean, it is called Craster's Keep, but Craster's obviously not there anymore, so... I guess it would just be random keep in the forest, unless they were just going to keep the name Craster's Keep. I don't know, they probably never really considered this as a problem. We're not going to support you, Aaron Ford. We're not going to support anyone on the council. Yes. Lord Paramount Robert of the Vale died of poor physique, and he has been replaced by Lord Paramount John II of the Vale. That's a good name. Stick with that name. Right. Salt down. Got Craster's Keep. Where are we going to go next? Let's make sure we get all of the men selected. Where's their capital? Oh, their capital's Hardhome. We'll go to Hardhome then. That just makes the most sense. No, I'm not going to support your council. Sir Osmond Frey has managed to effect his escape from my dungeons. Oh no, more Freys are escaping. That's not good at all. Right, get to Hardhome. My nephew Roose practically lives in the kitchens, a little glutton. We'll teach him about moderation, I think. He lost gluttonous, he didn't become temperate. That's fine though. Merge, when do we assault? Another couple days? There we go. 2 days. There we go. Assault. Ooh, what happened there? That all split up into a million different wars. We're only at war with the Chief of Hardhome though. Interesting. Assault again. 99%. Do we not have 100 because we didn't win a battle? No, it's just that. It's just one off. No, everybody. This province. It's the right province. Bruce asks, if a tree falls in the wood and there is nobody to hear it, does it make a noise? You should concentrate on something useful instead. Definitely. He's gained the diligent trait. Yes. Let's just assault it then. That's fine. 100%. We can demand important prisoners. Definitely. Get all of those guys back. And now we'll head back to the north. You guys don't need to come. Here we go. We won the war. Oh, we're also in this war. The Bravosi Valeman War for the city of Fletcham. Why did we not get a pop-up about that? Ah, because we don't have Parquello as special interest. I see. Yeah, the Night's Watch is safe once more. We did it. We saved them. Fantastic. Let's go down here and get rid of all of these men. What map mode is that? Government. Oh, that's useless map mode. That's the one I was aiming for. Get rid of those men. Right, next set of men to get rid of. One more province over. There we go. Now we can get rid of them. Perfect. We can righteously imprison Soren Then. He's trying to replace someone as spy master. Is that the only one? Yup. Not really much else to do up here. We just kinda, we'll just chill out. Watch other wars from afar. Watch the Rock get beaten up by the Iron Throne. That sort of thing. What have we got here? Vassal inheritance warning. The owner of Bear Island is married to the Lord Frostfangs. It would go to Mormont. Yeah, that's fine. There's no inheritance warning needed there. That's actually fine. Lord Frostfang. Yeah. Oh wait. She's married to somebody who controls land beyond the wall. Interesting. But it would still all go to Walden Mormont, which is fine. Yeah. No problems there at all, actually. I suppose if the Lower Frostfangs person died first, that could make the land go out of our land. Possibly. The church has just gotten some very beautiful stained glass windows, and as I and Quent contemplated the windows, the priest approached us and asked us what we both thought about them. I thought about the symbolism of the windows while Quent just repeated what I said. It was flattering. There we go. Raiders have arrived. In command is no longer affecting us. Well, that's pretty good. We're still maimed. I'm not really feeling being in command. Lady Arren of the Red Watch has usurped the High Lordship of Red Watch from Lord Willem IV of the Straits of Tarth. Okay, Arren Swan. Or Ariane Swan? I don't know. What else have we got going on? Not a lot over here. Our Bravos aren't really doing anything with their war. They still haven't figured out how to use boats over there, so it's not really a thing that's going to be a problem. Like, none of these guys can actually use boats. The AI just struggle with that immensely, so... I'm actually surprised in my other campaign that Aegon did so well, because there was he had to use boats. Siegfried Greyjoy. Okay, is now known as the Cruel. Cool. I thought that was a different event, but it wasn't. My lord, your acquaintance Lord Geralt has tried to hatch a dragon from his egg, but failed. He also lost the egg in the process. Oh, you're not very smart, Geralt Appleton, but also how did you get a dragon's egg? I'm very impressed. It's cold here, I can't imagine what my peasants are enduring. Winterfell gets peasants dying. Oh, that's not good. Alright, Lower Frostfangs down here. Yeah, interesting. They might pass from our realm. Well, they're not in our realm. They might pass to our realm as well. I'm growing increasingly attached to Val, and though our marriage was merely a practical arrangement, I wonder if I've now come to love her. We did get all those events about that, so yeah, this is a marriage of love. We fulfilled the ambition to fall in love. Fantastic. Next ambition. Probably not have 5 children. That seems unrealistic. Obtain a greater throne, gain an honorary I guess gain an honorary title is about where we're at here. There's not really anything else we want. Like, well, we'll take an honorary title if you've got one. Lord Edwin feels I risk too much of my escapades and tried to persuade me to stop risking my life. It was such a thrill. Yeah. Stone Dance was released from the High Septim's prison. Parquello bought a favor. I wonder what he's trying to do. From Randall Stone. Is that one of his advisors? Yeah, so he might be trying to do something with the council. He called in the favor, yeah. My nephew Roos practically lives in the kitchen's little glutton. We'll talk to him about moderation again. And he's now temperate. Roos seems to always be moderate and never does anything to excess. He is getting the temperate trait. Yes, that's much better. My liege, peace be with you. I've discovered a plot where Gulan of Goldenbridge seeks to kill Archon Jon the Just. Excuse me? Also, what religion is that? Mother Royne, Eastern. The River Royne is the great river of western Essos, whose banks gave rise to the Royner people. Blah, 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 blah. Why are you trying to kill me, Gulan? Also, stop that. No, he doesn't want to. Come to my court. No. There's not really a lot I can do. Okay. Unless we're going to imprison him, but that doesn't, like, or kidnap him. That doesn't seem like a Jon thing to do, though. You know, the sneaky gonna go and, kidnap this guy. That doesn't seem about it. A war against the tyranny of the Iron King Sigurd of the Iron Isles has ended, and he lost, which actually means the Iron Isles should now be underneath someone else. It's now under Iron King Gurmund the Just, and he is a Botley. Interesting. Cool. And the county of White Harbour has converted to the old god's faith. Very nice. Lord Andor of Harrenhal declared Lord Andor of Harrenhal's war for the Riverlands and Lord Paramount Hoster II of the Riverlands, who is not special interest for some reason. Okay, cool. And that's going to be interesting. See what happens there. Septim Lucan of the Faith of the Seven Uprisings include the Faith of the Seven Uprisings against King Parquello of Lenez on King Parquello of Lenez. Okay, character actions. I can go into hiding. No. Pick an ambition. We actually don't have any ambitions we can really take. Archon Jon, the realm is in a state of war, and as such, I, as your liege king, command that you provide men to support my armies. Regard Parquello of House Armelian, King of the Iron Throne. I think we'll stick with him. He's actually seems fine. Like he's not been an awful king. He is married to the person we deposed, but he's not been an awful king. We'll support him. Like everyone before him was tyrannous, so it's fine. Are we? We're not in his waters, so we can't actually give him men, but that's fine. How are his wars going? Here's a feature I would like for the game. The ability you could just like see this guy, you say this war, and then you just like click something like here saying watch war or something, and you could just have it sitting like above your other wars, and it would just be something that you could, you just see how the war is doing instead of having to constantly go on to people. Iron King Jon the Warrior usurped the kingdom of the Iron Isles from Lord Reaver Gurmund the Just. So we have another Jon in charge. This one has a very impressive mustache. It's called Ironmaker. Okay, interesting. So he just took over the entirety of the Iron Isles. Very well done to him. Go into hiding? No, definitely not. My lord, it's come to the attention that Romo has legalized slavery in his horde. This is despite a treaty that was enforced by another country making it illegal there. This and the abhorrent practice is outlawed in your realm. We now advise your invasion to liberate will be largely seen as just. Romo, the open-handed of Romo. Yeah. So that's part of the Kazgri Zakwi, or whatever it's going to be called. That's fine. It looks like all of them did it. Or like a few of the people there did it. Okay. No problems, no problems. People were being released from other people's dungeons. Notice that Marlon and Rickon were not on the best of terms. A situation I hope to remedy. I've invited them both for some quality family time in Winterfell. So Marlon is Rickon's first son. Yes. Also, we do have him a special interest. Okay, cool. That's just dishonorable, yeah. I was like, is that no murderer? No. Rickon, Marlon and I had the greatest time together. I'm sure they like each other better now. Family first. Yes, definitely. No problems. Shireen Baratheon bought a favour from the High Priest of Yunkai. Marlon Stark then died of illness not soon after we just had that little family time together. Interesting. Wonder if that's really a coincidence. Yes. We should also find some land for him. For Rickon. Although he's not in our court, is he? Rickon is not in our court. He is in the court of somebody else. He's in Tully's court eventually. Yeah, he's in the Riverlands somewhere. We can press weak claims on the Riverlands for Sansa. Who controls the Riverlands right now? It's still the Tullys, right? Yeah. We can press a claim for Marcella Longfort on Coldwater Burn. No. Press a claim on some castles against Parquello. Not going to do that. Not going to do any of that. And we've won the siege of Longsport. No, we haven't. Yes. My lord has come to my attention. Yes, yes. This Dothraki society likes slavery. Not a problem. Well, I mean, is the Dothraki... is probably default Dothraki stuff. They probably broke free. My young nephew finished his education in the ways of the court and statesmanship. I noticed with pride he had attained nothing less than a masterful level of knowledge. Fantastic. Our dumb nephew is a great eminence. Robb Stark. He's also already married to Melina Holdham. Cool. Fantastic. And he is no longer in our court. Yes. We can probably change... that's the Peasants' Revolt is over. We can probably change this to be, instead of training children, something else, because aren't all of our children of age? We have Marna, who's dead. We have Daisy, who's alive. Yeah, they're all of age, and we have no children at our court. So you can probably be training troops now. That's fine. Cool. Lord Jory is no longer our seneschal. We need a new seneschal, a new castellan. Who are we going to put in charge? It needs to be somebody with good stewardship. We could put Walder Frey. Seems like something I'm not going to do. We're going to put Soren Then. He's the person who wanted to be our spy master, and we can still righteously imprison for it, right? Well, we can't, but we do have some more people we can righteously imprison. We'll look at that in a second. So we'll skip him because we had a reason to imprison him. You are from the Beyond the Wall gods. How about we put... You seem fine, actually. We'll put Vaeon Talltalker in charge. Okay. Vaeon, you can go oversee our province. Let's have a look. You're trying to kidnap Lyra Mormont. That's Leona. Who's Lyra Mormont? No idea. Okay. Next one. We have... Moors of King's Course is trying to see the High Lordship of Barrowlands granted to a new ruler. You're trying to replace Glover of Master as Master of Arms. So you're the one I want to stop. You're trying to kidnap someone. I'm fairly certain we're going to imprison you for that. We failed to capture her, and she has now raised her flag in rebellion. Okay. Well, let's raise our men. And let's get going to it. Disband these guys over here. Is that all of them disbanded? Yep. Disband this one. It's really weird where it actually lets you select troops and where it doesn't. I hadn't noticed it until this campaign. Let's get all these guys and let's send them all... let's send them all to Deepwood. Yeah, no problem. And then we'll all cross at once to Bear Island. Whatever it's called. Is it Bear Island? It is Bear Island. Fantastic. Right. Raiders have arrived in Yunkai. Lordship of Hornhood's been granted to someone else. Timor has been released from the Iron King Jon the Warrior's dungeon. Okay. That seems like enough, men. Let's put on some leaders. I mean, we could lead it ourselves, but we are maimed, so we're not going to. And, like, there's no reason to. Let's put these people in charge. Right. And then we'll cross. Let's merge up all of our people and we'll all head to Bear Island at once. My Archon, many of your faithful subjects, myself included, feel that Lady Jutta of the Rills has amassed more power and titles than warranted by her station. If you were to kindly advise her to abdicate the High Lordship of Barrowlands to a vassal, know that this decision would enjoy our wholehearted support. Signed, King Moors of King's Course. Okay, so Lady Jutta of the Rills. The Rills. Alright, here's the Rills. It's pretty big, yeah. And she holds High Lordship of the Rills, High Lordship of the Barrowlands, Lordship of the Rills, and Lordship of the Barrowlands. So by default, the Barrowlands are here. By default, the Rills are here. Well, that's not de jure. But yeah, it's the same as de jure anyway. Yeah, okay, I could see your logic. a commendable initiative. I'll double check if we have any. We are just, so yeah. Seems reasonable. I assume this is another poor attempt at humour, my liege. I shan't surrender what's rightfully mine, no matter who demands it. By the old gods, signed, Lady Jutta of the Rills. The insolence. Okay. Fair enough, we're not going to go to war over it either. We're just saying that we would support that initiative. But she's still got the end choice, so that's fine. At least in my eyes, that seems fine. Let's assault this down. Here we go, 100%. Offer peace, enforce demands. Right, disband all of our men. Important decisions. Call the court out of hiding. I did not know the court was in hiding. Oh, Lady Leona of Bear Island comes out. What? Okay. Fine. Oh, she was in hiding and in our court. Interesting. Jamie Frey. Oh, that's Freys. They're all Freys. They've been in our prisons for 15 years. We can go into hiding. No. We can't call a trial on her? Oh, we just have to go straight to exiling. So we could exile her, and that would send her away. And execute her. I think we'll exile her. That's kind of our default thing. And she is now in the free city of Lorath. And his heir is now Walder of Bear Island, and Walder Mormont now controls that exclusively, and that should get rid of our vassal inheritance warning as well. Just a nice coincidence. No ambitions we want. Yep, right. Let's keep going. Actually, this seems like a good point to end the episode. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.